Hello everybody and welcome to the hut today. Brenda and I would like to read you the next part of our book, Brenda the Busy Bee, a yoga tale of spending time just being. It was a while ago that I wrote this book, so I sometimes forget what the wording is and I have to read it. But if you were here last time, if you saw the last video, then you might remember that Brenda she's so busy. If you don't know Brenda yet, she's a worker bee. So she just flies around all day. She doesn't stop to smell coffee or admire nuts and acorns. She doesn't stop. She just works and works and works. She's doing, not being, is my point. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to read you the next section. So she has arrived at the pond, okay? So she's been on tour and now she's at the pond. Brenda quickly reached the beautiful pond and set to work, buzzing from flower to flower. "Will you listen to that?" she heard somebody say in a croaky voice. "Will you listen to that?" I don't know why he's Irish. My husband's Irish, maybe that's why he looks a bit, I don't know. But yeah, I always say that in an Irish accent. Not a very good one either. Anyway, Brenda turned to see a tiny green frog sitting on a lily pad. "Is there anything more relaxing than the sound of trickling water?" he croaked. I mean, my frog voice, please excuse me, and my Irish accent are appalling. But there he is, and there's Brenda side-eyeing him. She looks too busy. And this is frog pose. I don't have the space to do it because I'm sitting on a chair, but if you're in a good position to bounce like a frog like this, then please be my guest. Every single page has a pose or a breathing exercise. And at some point I will get my mat out and we'll do some of the exercises. But this is also a brilliant book for a bedtime story because it ends in my favourite pose, relaxation. Anyway, let's do one more page. "No, thank you," called back Brenda, barely hearing the frog, let alone the fountain. "I'm far too busy to stop and listen to the water. I have important work to do." And off she flew around the pond, busy as can be, until she was back at the bridge where she had started. So there she is, back at the bridge, and this is bridge pose if you're doing the poses today. Lots of instructions there, so be really, really gentle and careful with your body. But there it is, and this is number 2 in our series of Sproga books, Sproga children's yoga books. We say aged 3 to 8 because you have to put an 8, you can't say it's for everyone. They don't like that. So 3 to 8, but you're never too old, and actually you're never too young really either. The pages are thin, so I probably wouldn't let a very young baby loose on it, but they love the illustrations, so there you go. And you're never too old. So Brenda the Busy Bee, I've talked a lot. Do you know what, actually, let's do a nice relaxation together now, shall we? Because I got my bottle out. Now this is a glitter bottle. If you imagine that this is what your mind is like, and when you shake it up, sometimes your mind can be super busy. Now I hope you can see that. I think you can see it. And as it starts to settle, if you've got lots of thoughts in your mind, you can imagine that those glittery bits floating around in there are your thoughts. And as they slow down and start to settle and move to the bottom, you might be able to imagine, if I stop talking for a moment, that your mind is settling as well. So I'll just let you watch that for a few seconds longer. You might not be able to see it anymore because look, it's all settling down in the bottom. It's quite a nice craft, nice yoga craft to do. That's for another video. Anyway, from myself and from Brenda, have a lovely day and we'll see you next time. Bye.